Thanks for watching NFL Daily here on Chat Sports. Today's show is brought to you by My TV Choice app. Download today at mytvchoice.com. In case you missed Monday's show on NFL Daily, Tom and I took a bunch of questions around the Dallas Cowboys. Here are our favorites. If you can only pay one, would you pay Dak or Zeke? Tom, take it away.
Am I allowed to say it? Because Cowboys Nation doesn't like it. Because the correct answer is Dak Prescott. Because finding an average quarterback relative to the rest of the NFL and versus finding an well above average back versus an average back to the rest of the NFL, it's a lot harder to find the quarterback.
Okay.
You can get by for a year with a bunch of nobodies like Joseph Randle, like the Cowboys did.
Doesn't he play basketball for the Lakers?
That was Julius Randle. Versus, we all remember what happened in the post-Aikman, pre-Tony Romo era, right? Give me the average quarterback.
Okay.
Or above average quarterback. I know that's scandalous to say, but if you pay Dak, you're going to have a better time with success in the NFL than if you pay Zeke and roll with Cooper Rush.
I think we can
whatever
all agree.
backup you find, Tyrod Taylor, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I think we can all agree that
it's
Tom's
payback.
middle name is Scandalous. Tom Scandalous Downey. Go give him a follow. Johnny Gonzalez. What's up, my dude? Nice hair. What direction do the Cowboys go with the second-round pick?
All the questions for me. The Cowboys' mindset, and this is very smart, teams like the Lions have done it, a lot of other teams have done it as well. You fill the obvious holes on your roster. So receiver, you go out and you sign Cobb. Defensive line, you get Covington and Hyder at least. Safety, you go sign George Iloka so that you can still target maybe receiver, but more likely edge rusher, interior defensive line, or you target safety, but you're not forced into taking one of those players.
Okay,
like if the Cowboys didn't sign George Iloka, you probably would have had to take a safety in round 2. Now, if there's a really good interior defensive lineman, heck, maybe even a tight end, a receiver, or something along those lines, that sets you up to just go with more of a pure BPA approach. But in terms of position, you're probably looking at defensive line or you're looking at safety there. So those are kind of the main areas on that one.
Jordan Thomas, baller
Super
alert.
chat, love it.
I'll let you take it, Tom. It's a Cowboys question.
Well, the Cowboys trade anyone away. I could see a scenario where if they take someone like Isaiah Johnson out of Houston, who's a cornerback, that they move one of their defensive backs. Because looking ahead to future years, you cannot pay Byron Jones, Chidobe Awuzie, Anthony Brown, and Jordan Lewis.
Okay.
And typically what I think you'll see happen here is it's the slot guy that leaves. So that's Anthony Brown. So I could see a scenario where Anthony Brown gets traded away, Jordan Lewis is your nickel corner, you can move Cheeto inside if you absolutely have to. We've seen the safeties like Xavier Woods play nickel corner before as well. So Anthony Brown might bring you the best return, and if the Cowboys really just want to punt on him, Taco Charlton. They were pretty frustrated by him last year with the way he came back from his injury. So I don't think it'll happen, but I could see a trade away of Taco Charlton. Jordan, I know you subscribe, but if everyone else out there watching likes the Cowboys, go subscribe to our Cowboys channel, youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. Turn on notifications. You'll get notified each time we have a new video. That's youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. Zach asking, if Will Grier is there, will the Cowboys take him? I assume he means in round 2, and I don't think so.
You're saying you don't think they'll take him or he'll be there in round 2?
I don't think they're going to take him.
Okay.
Now, there is a train of thought out there on Twitter from some people that I actually like that is of the acquire quarterback asset mindset.
And then what, trade him later for
and
extra?
trade him later. It's basically what the Patriots did with Jimmy G and Brissett and a couple other guys in there. In the end, I don't think that's the route that they go. I think that because they're trying to win now, you don't spend a second-round pick on a backup quarterback.
That's fair.
So there you go. Do the Cowboys still bring in Eric Berry? I don't think they've completely ruled it out, but I think the addition of George Iloka makes it a lot less likely. I think he ends up in Cleveland. It's perfect.
I love Eric Berry. Great story, great player. But when you play in 3 games the last 2 years, the injuries are just getting up there. And when you have a devastating injury like the Achilles, man.
That heel's not right.
I love Eric, but he's just not there. He's not the Eric Berry that we know and love. It's just the name.
Which is why you're not paying him $50 million. You're not paying him even $10 million. You pay him, and this is the contract I would offer, limited signing bonus. Let's make it about a $2 million signing bonus.
Okay.
Base salary of $1 million. your cap hit's going to be $3 million. And then you load it with incentives, because the way incentives works, it's likely to be earned or not likely to be earned based on last year's numbers. So you can make it based on tackles or sacks or just games played, and those are all not likely to be earned because Barry played in 2 games last year.
Yeah.
So your cap hit's going to come in at like $3.5 million, and then you can borrow future cap hits. If he does play, you're fine, because if he plays in all 16 games, and let's say the incentives are like, I don't know, $250,000 per game, an extra $4 million there, you're glad to pay that because he played in all 16 games.
I like it. I like it, Tom.
Look at me. You're welcome, everyone who wants to sign Eric Berry.
I will look at you, Tom. And I'm also going to look at BetDSI and the promo code that they've given us, the best promo code on the internet, Live120 for 120% deposit bonus. Chatsports.com/bet. You can bet on the NFL Draft, March Madness games, MLB. There's one place to do it, the internet's #1 sports book. It's at BetDSI.
All right. Daniel Gomez, or Games, whatever it is, who or what do you see the Cowboys moving up in the first round to get? I don't think they're going to move up into round 1. It's really expensive. You're going to have to go basically what the Ravens gave to Lamar Jackson last year. A mid-round pick, a 4th-round pick, a 2nd this year, and a 2nd next year. That's a lot of capital to move up. Now, if they're sitting there, let's say we're at pick 43, random number just shows off the top of my head, and there's a safety that they like or an edge rusher that they like, then I could see them making the move up.
Okay.
That's where I think it makes some sense there. I don't think it'd be around 1, but I think in general, safety or edge is where they target if they wanted to move up.